Hi everyone, it's Nancy here. I am here with a new project share for Grob, MixedMediaandMore. This is my Mermaid fairy junk journal that I've done some things in, and today I want to make something. These pages are so gorgeous. I want to make something to put on one of them because I've used quite a few of those throughout my journal, and I haven't added anything to them yet, so I'm not sure which one yet, but we'll set that aside. Part of this, in this collection, Bea has provided these really cute little mermaid parts. You've got a combination of bodies. I showed it in my first video. Combination of different bodies. You've got a right arm and a left arm. There's a variety of tails, heads, and then of course we've got some extra little bits. So I've kind of got something in mind here. I am going to put this together. I am going to start by poking a hole with my piercing tool in the top of each arm. I did mark just in the center. I've got some tiny little brads here. I wonder, and then I'm going to poke one down here and one in the bottom of the body. So I'm just going to put those together using these tiny little brads. Whoops, these are tiny little brads. There, so I'm going to turn that over and spread the brad out tight. And there we've got the tail. And the reason I did that is maybe I'll snip off just a little bit on the corners there. And this way. And it won't look quite so, won't extend to there. See? Now the little tail can be wiggly. So I'm going to do the same thing with the arms. I have to kind of decide where I'm going to put them. Don't want it to look too unusual. Probably make them fairly even, right? So I'm going to put this one there. And again, I'm just going to use one of these tiny little brads, put it through the arm, put it through the body. Here, I don't want to make it look unusual, but you know what? It's all fun because it's a build your own mermaid kind of thing. We'll add the arm here and poke that open and tighten it up. Isn't that cute? I just think that's really cute. So now we've got the head. Now the head is a little bit small, which is fine for that big body. I think it's kind of fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dab of glue. I've got some tacky glue here. I'm going to put a little dab of glue at the bottom of the neck. And I'm going to stick that on there. I'll extend the neck a little bit. There. And then I thought, well, she needs a starfish, right? I think that'll look fun, and it'll match the orange of the arms. But I think I won't add that until I've added her to a page. So let's go back to my journal and decide on a page. I think maybe the second part. How would she look there? That's kind of cute. Do I have the other page in here? Let's just pull this page up. Well, she'd even look good on this side, wouldn't she? But I have other things in mind for that side. So I'm going to put it over here. And I think I'm going to put her Well, her tail kind of blends in. Could have checked the pages a little sooner. But you know what? I really like that. Yet I think she'll stand out better on that page, won't she? So let's pull that one aside. Put that one aside, and let's take this one instead. It's so fun having this in a traveler's notebook style because you sure can change your mind and have fun with it. I'm going to do it on the back side. I'm going to do it right there. That's cute. And it stands out a little better than on the other page. So I'm going to tuck in her arms, and I'm leaving the tail free, so I'm adding glue just around the body and the head. And the arms I'm leaving tucked in so that they're going to be just fine with being moved. And I'm going to turn her over, tilt her just a little bit. And then I'm going to smooth that down. So the tail's going to poke up a little, which is fine because then it can be wiggled. And the arms can be moved. This I'm going to put down a little more. Okay, and then I'm going to add the starfish, like a starfish necklace. Some of these are open a little more than others. That needs a little bit of ink because it kind of blends in a little bit too much. So I'm just using my walnut stain, which is always right here on my desk, just to darken the edges a little bit so it won't blend in quite as much. Now I want one that's open. There, I'm going to do that one. So that's where her neck goes. And I'm going to just add more tacky glue on the back. And put that right there. Just to cover the join. And you know, when you live under the water, you've got all kinds of things that you can have on you. Why not use a starfish for a necklace? And I think what I'm going to do, how about green? Well, I'm not decided on that yet, but you see these hands? They could clasp a shell like that. I could glue that in there, but I kind of like the idea of just having fun with moving arms. So maybe I will just leave it at that for now. So that is my little movable mermaid page. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. And I also have a tag, another tag I want to put together. Now this is from this is from that striped page, which was an add-on free page. I'm just going to use my tab corner punch. This is my Fisker's tab corner that I've been using for many, many years. Now this was inspired by this sentiment. She had the soul of a mermaid, the fire of a lioness, the heart of a hippie, and the spirit of a butterfly. And there are these gorgeous butterfly wings. So I'm going to put those on there. But you know what? I'm going to, what color is this? Here I have broken china ink. I'm going to go ahead and go around the tag with the broken china because I know that there's a lot of that color throughout the journal and that will work very well. So let's set that aside. Oh, and I've got this bubble punch that border punch that I've been using all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and punch the bottom of that. And I'm not going to go all the way across. I'm just going to put that there and have just a few of the bubbles there. And then I'm going to put these butterfly wings right in the middle. So I'm just putting glue on it again. I find this tacky glue in our climate and for our purposes and just playing around in a junk journal, it works really well. So there's the tag. There's the butterfly wings. Okay, I've got the head. This is another one of the mermaid heads. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. There's just so many bits to play with in this collection that possibilities are endless, and it's just all fun. And it doesn't have to make any rhyme or reason, right? Because we're just playing around. Put that there, and I'm going to add that. Otherwise, you've just got a floating head on wings, so you have to add something to ground it and make it look like it's more. So we'll put the seashell right there. And then we'll add the sentiment on the bottom. Okay, and that was already cut out just around the words and inked on the edges. So there you've got it all added. I'll probably put some more shells or coral or something on the top. So that's what I have for you today. 2 more additions for my Mermaid Fairies junk journal. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon. Bye-bye.